Hey everyone, I'm here today to make a video on a food that I usually have for lunch. It happens to be pretty much raw. You can substitute one ingredient to make it raw. And vegan, and just a fun recipe. It's great for the summer, though I have it all the time. And it's a smoothie, though I have other things with it. And I'm just going to get into it, and hope you enjoy. Okay, so what I'm going to do is put the ingredients into the smoothie. I'm going to start out with a cup of soy milk, and if you don't want soy milk, make sure that it is organic. If it's not organic, it is going to be GMO, genetically modified. It's one of the biggest foods that is genetically modified. I use silk vanilla soy milk, it's organic, and this is how I get my B12. You can get other ways of doing it, but it's 50% in 1 cup of B12, so I'm pouring 1 cup. This is the base of liquid. You should always try and pour liquids first. And I just have a cheap Cuisinart blender. They're made really well. They are better in my opinion than KitchenAid. They have a 3-year warranty as opposed to KitchenAids who have 1. Tells you something right there, and this is just their basic Cuisinart 7-speed blender. Okay, next. Then we're going to add, it's basically going to be a berry smoothie. It doesn't have to be expensive. I get this from Trader Joe. Excuse me, if I was near Trader Joe's I'd get one, but we don't have one in Canada. Is Kirkland, there's Costco's frozen mixed berries. It's blueberries, blackberries, raspberries. You can substitute it for whatever you want. Here is 1 handful, and here we go, 2 handfuls. Easy. Next, this is such an easy recipe. Look how quick it is. Another thing I get at Costco is frozen strawberries. It's really hot today, so it looks like they're sort of melting, but anyway, they're great. Here we go. So that goes in. 4 frozen strawberries. Now, next is to get some added calcium, and just a small amount of protein is some sesame seeds. Sesame seeds are, sesame seeds are supremely good for calcium. You get this, they're cheap too. There you go. I'm out there like cheap, but they're pretty cheap. Next, this is so important. In my opinion, people's diet, they should have more. Is if you hear somebody tells you, oh, you have to get, omega-3s is found in salmon, which it definitely has. Flax seeds have the highest omega-3s out of any food from my research. I know chia seeds have a lot, but I'm pretty sure this has like one of the highest on the planet. I looked on nutritiondata.com, and you don't have to use much. So I just use a tablespoon. You can use 2 if you'd like, but I use 1 because I have another one in my morning smoothie. There you go. This is fantastic. Omega-3s are so good for you, good for your skin, good for your brain. It's just really great thing. Also has fiber, blah, blah, blah. You can grind them yourself, buy them in bulk. They're so cheap. And just get a coffee grinder and grind them. After I'm done with this container, I've been doing this for 2 years using this flaxseed. I'm going to start doing that. I'm tired of buying it. I went into the store. I don't know why I never did before, but anyway. And next, last ingredient is, this is so simple, it's not even funny, Spirulina. I can't rave enough about Spirulina in terms of protein. Again, this is one for my research, one of the most saying the wrong word, the most active form of protein that you actually absorb into your body. And it has so many great things. It has 93, so anyone who says, oh, vegetarians or vegans, you don't get where to get your protein. If you want to get this from a health food store where it would be cheaper, I don't advise getting it at Whole Foods. They'll say it's $50 when it should be actually around 25. I just use 2 teaspoons. So anyway, okay, listen to this. Gram for gram, Spirulina provides 93 times more iron than steak, 8 times more chlorophyll than spinach, 2.5 times more beta-carotene than carrots, and 2 times more protein than ground beef. It's amazing. At the end, if you look in the comment section, I'm going to put in the nutritional information of this and what I'll do with it. So I'm going to put 2, I'm almost done this one, so that's why it takes me a minute. 2 teaspoons, look at the color of this. You can see it's green. Anyway, okay, that's 1 and 2. You can also put in, so if you wanted to make it raw, I don't know if I said that, instead of the soy milk, instead of, I can talk, the soy milk, put in some water. it would taste just as good. Or whatever the hell you want to put in it. And you put the blender lid on, turn it on, put it on the highest setting for about 10-15 seconds. I'm probably going to fast forward this so you don't have to hear the noise. Here we go. But it's not long, it is like 15 seconds. That's it. And what I have with the smoothie is I'll usually have, I have the smoothie first. If you want to even be, you don't need to do this, but if you want to be like really particular, wow, I look scary here. with your digestion, it's best to have your fats last, but you really don't need to think like this. It's kind of a lot to think about sometimes. I don't always do it. But anyway, is with the smoothie I have half an avocado, there's your fats, and sometimes I'll also have with it some kind of vegetables. Again, you can put vegetables in here as well. You can put in like a handful of greens. You won't taste it, and it's really great for you. And sometimes also have a bit of almonds as well with it. And there you go, there's your lunch. And it's surprisingly filling, incredibly nutritious, and most important, delicious. It is good. Look at the color of this. It's like purple. Vibrant color, purple. Can you see? Woo. And this is one serving, by the way. Here we go. And you can take it to work if you have a fridge at your workplace. If you're on the go, you know you're going to be busy the next day, you can make it in advance. From my understanding, yum, to show you that it's good. I'm saving this for tomorrow. It tastes like berry goodness. I don't know. Anyway, as most smoothies, let's say an example, green smoothies, is they are good for up to 3 days to still have the vitamins and nutrients still intact and absorbable in your body. So I hope this inspires you. Have fun.